All right. So I mentioned earlier on about angular velocity, and I said I glossed over it a little bit. I said it's how quickly things are moving through angles, how quickly things are moving through a circle. So you could, for example, measure angular velocity as maybe 5 degrees per second. Okay, or maybe you might write it like this. Okay, so that would be angular velocity. Let's do an example of that. Let's imagine that it took, let's say it took 1 minute for three revolutions, three circles. Can you work out what the angular velocity would be in degrees per second? Okay, so to calculate, so basically, if it took 1 minute to do three revolutions, then 1,080 degrees in 60 seconds, 18 degrees per second. Now, so then underneath here, what I've done is I've defined what a degree and what a radian is. We're going to talk about radians next, because radians per second is actually what you measure angular velocity in normally. So the definition of a degree is that it's 1/360th of a circle. In a circle, there are 360 degrees. And the definition of a radian is that in a circle, there are 2 pi radians. So to work out what a radian is, where you would just divide a circle, you basically, well, hang on a second. So you would divide the whole circle by 2 pi, and that would give you the radians. So 2 pi. So we can see therefore 2 pi radians is equal to 360 degrees. So we can convert. Can you use that now to convert radians into degrees? So how many degrees are in 1 radian? Can you work that out? So if there's 2 pi radians in 360 degrees, then we would say, well, if I divide both sides by 2 pi, then I'm saying that 1 radian is equal to 360 divided by 2 pi. So 360 degrees divided by 2 pi. So in other words, I could say 180 over pi degrees. So 1 radian is equal to 180 over pi degrees. Or I could do it the other way around. I can say, let's start again. So 2 pi radians is equal to 360 degrees. And this time I can divide by 360. And we've got 1 degree is equal to 2 pi over 360 degrees, or pi over 180 degrees. Sorry, pi over 180 radians. That's how many 1 degree is. So 1 radian is equal to 180 divided by pi degrees, and 1 degree is equal to pi over 180 radians. That's the conversion from one to another. Okay. And so when we want to calculate the number of radians, the angular velocity, we should really be doing it in radians per second. So if we go back to this first question here, we could see 18 degrees per second, or still 3 revolutions. So it's going to be 1 revolution would be 2 pi, so it'd be 6 pi over 60, and that would be, or pi, well, it would be 0.1 pi, wouldn't it? 0.1 pi radians per second. Okay? All right, let's stop that there.